Well, wow. That was the first 7K I've done since I've been back from holiday. That was just insane. I think I got 37 minutes 7K, 5:17 kilometer running pace, which is actually pretty good, but my lord, I am finished. So the plan for today, guys, we're doing a lot of design and material selection and stuff like that for our project. But first I'm gonna have an ice bath and then I'll explain properly before I run out of breath. All right, well, good morning from Dubai. Today's plan. Right now I'm stood on the top of our renovation project, which is in the Montgomery Maisonettes in Emirates Hills, which I've showed you previously. Now, I'm on the rooftop and one of our plans was to build an office on here. Now, with the contractors and the designers, we're facing some structural challenges. So we're trying to establish if we can actually build an office on here. Now, there is one house along there, maybe you can see me point at it, with the structure on top. So I'm gonna go and scout out the villa and I'm going to see, potentially even speak to the owners and go and see how they've done it, because I really want to build something on here. As you can see, there's a lot of wasted space and there's just that incredible view. Now, of course, if we can't do that, then we're going to have to compensate and build something else, potentially a jacuzzi, infinity jacuzzi overlooking the golf course and the marina. But you know, this is all part of the process, right? You know, we've got to establish what's going on. Anyway, so after we've done this, I'm going to do some viewings on some potential new projects, and then later on, which is what I really wanted to show you, is the material selection for our project in the marina. So that's where we're going to obviously establish what materials we're going to use throughout the whole house, so that we can start the light demolition, which should start next week. So that's exciting. So anyway, without further ado, it's still very hot from the run. Let's get to work. All right, guys, today we're here now and we're going to be doing the material selection for the Damac Heights. We are joined by Carla, our designer.
Hello. Hi,
and Nicholas, our contractor.
Hi guys.
So, as you can see, this is what we do before we start any project. We go through the design and then we select what materials we're going to use throughout, and that of course is going to be for the finished product. And with our knowledge of selling properties, we know exactly what people are in the market to look for. So that is what we are doing right now, and I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to be choosing once we've chosen it. Okay, so just so we're on the same page and you can understand exactly what I'm talking about, I'm going to show you the design of the project itself, all right? So this design was done by Carla and a team at Studio She. Now, first of all, let's look at the floor plan. As you can see, we've got the entrance here, and then on the right, we've got a sort of semi-closed off kitchen, but also it's open but semi-closed just due to a little beam here, so we can't actually knock this little structure right here, we can't knock that through, so it is sort of semi-closed but open plan as well, so it's not going to be closed off, and that's what we like about this particular unit. Now, as we enter, we've got the dining space, the living area, bedroom number one with a little space for a wardrobe, and then the bathroom, and then we've got the master bathroom right here, and then the master bedroom. So as you can see, 3 bathrooms, 2 beds. Okay. Now, this is the proposed living space area. So, as you can see previously on the video, we were looking at the sort of similar designs, and you may recognize this stone underneath the TV cabinet. We've got the light wooden flooring, and then we've actually using a special paint on the back wall, so nothing is going to be plain whitewash wall, all right? I think a lot of people, when they do this too cheap, they try to save costs and they don't do, you know, things that are going to bring out the apartment. At the end of the day, we are going to be, you know, looking for a premium on this apartment, so we need to bring a premium design and a premium renovation to it. And I love our little feature wall here with the sort of built-in shelving, which obviously we're going to be using various different, like a gunmetal grey effect, which works very nicely with the lighter colors. Okay, and again, I am not a designer, but Carla is amazing at what she does, and as you can see, she's been able to match the colors. See the wooden floor in the stone, the gunmetal grey, you know, it just works so well. I mean, I would definitely say this is going to be undoubtedly the best apartment that's been renovated in this building, to be honest. If you only have to go online and sort of see exactly what we're going to be, how we're going to blow the competition out the water. Now, the powder room. So one thing a lot of people overlook is, you know, the importance of having presentable powder room, because this is where the guests are going to go to the toilet, right? So if you're trying to impress somebody and your powder room is just, you know, all dark and dingy, well then it's not going to look very impressive, right? Now we have a travertine effect on the sink, and again that gunmetal grey, which just blends really nicely in with the light colours. And then again, what I was talking about, the kitchen, we cannot remove this beam on the right, So therefore we're going to change the coloring and the design of the kitchen, because right now it's very dark, very dingy. And so you can see, again, we've used the travertine design for the vanity, and again, that stone, just again bringing out that premium feature, that premium feel when you walk in there. But it goes the same with the doors, right? Because the doors right now are that old dark brown color. One thing we are doing is actually raising the door frame of the actual every door. So again, if you go into any sort of form of luxury property, the doors are always elevated, okay? It just adds that little class of luxury, and a lot of people will notice that, all right? So this is going to be the kitchen, a little sort of space for the dining table as well. So this is going to be bedroom number 1. So we're going to have a headboard that's going to sort of latch across the whole bedroom behind the bed. And by the way, we are going to be furnishing these. You can see slightly different contrast in the flooring to the headboard. Now, one of my favorite parts of the bedrooms are going to be the wardrobes. Now, smoked glass and the framing, and then of course the internals of the wardrobe as well is going to be wrapped, so that, again, it brings out this premium feature, because right now it's just closed off doors, all right? It's closed off white doors with, crappy black handles. So as you can see, you walk into this and it feels luxury. So again, this is going to be bedroom and bathroom number 1. So you can see again the neutral colors that we've used. And now this is going to be the master bedroom. Slight difference in the headboard change. I mean, again, if you go into these apartments, we don't want everything to look identical. So each bedroom is going to have its own unique sort of feel to it. Slightly the same, but still slightly different. Now, interestingly, this is a column that is part of the building structure. Right now it's just white. So we were thinking, what can we do with it? So we're going to wrap it, and then we're also going to cover it in this sort of stone feel, all right? So this stone is going to be wrapped around, it's going to be cut out cylindrical, wrapped around the whole thing. So it actually looks quite nice in the bedroom, right? So it's about utilizing what you have and making the best of what you can do with it. And again, master wardrobes, same effect as what we had before. And then this will be the master bathroom. So this is the design. Okay, so we're back in the home office. We had a very productive afternoon. So that was the material selection for our apartment in Damac Heights, okay? So as you can see, we're going for very light, neutral, contemporary colors, as I explained in the material selection. Now, the thought process that goes behind this, and what's very important, what you need to know, when we design these projects, okay, we're not designing them to necessarily our individual taste or the client's individual taste. Because the problem is when somebody gets too involved with the design that has, their thoughts on what might make a property, look a certain way, well, then you kind of get faced with the problem that it's very specific to that person, and we've seen it happen before, right? Some people design it as if they're going to live in it themselves, which is fine. If you're a person that has an eye for design, that's amazing. You 100% should get involved. But from our perspective, we look at what is selling on the market. What is the trend in which people are looking for properties? What do they want? When we do all these viewings and when we take clients around, we know what people are looking for, right? So from our perspective, as much as we get involved with the design, we're basing it off what type of buyers are looking for this type of product. Okay, so that's how we sort of design the whole process and go through that material selection articulately, and then that obviously makes it a lot easier when it comes to resale, because the last thing we want is it to be designed in a very niche way. A prime example was a villa that was built in Emirates Hills. It was called the Gold Villa. It's been on the market for over probably a year and a half now. Now, obviously the owners are not in a rush to sell it, clearly, but many people have viewed that villa, and it's full of gold. It's full of very characteristic designs, as you might say. It's very nice, it's very quirky, but there's probably 1% of person that would like that, So we don't want that situation to happen, because our job is to make sure that we sell it as fast as possible so that we can sell it and move on to the next one. And that's how we do this whole process. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to get to know and understand exactly what we are doing and how you can get involved in the renovation space, then feel free to book a call. And there's one thing that I wanted to add also, and it's very important. The reason why we like to film behind the scenes of these types of projects as well is because if somebody was to purchase this property off us that is watching these videos, they can go back and see that the whole process behind it is being designed with care, quality. There are materials being used throughout that are of a high standard, which also gives us a bit of leverage, because again, imagine if you're going to pay a premium for a property that's been renovated, you know, especially if you're from Europe, UK, Canada, America, wherever you are, where, you know, quality really matters to us, right? If you're paying that premium and, you know, you might be thinking, should I renovate it myself or should I just move in because it's been renovated? Well, you know, if you can see what's gone on behind the scenes and you can see that these guys have really done a good job and they're making sure that everything is accounted for from start to finish, then you're going to feel much more confident if you're purchasing that property knowing that, you know, the work that's been gone into it is actually done to a very high standard. So that's one thing that you need to know as well. The reasoning behind why we like to film so much behind the scenes for the projects. It's not just for investors to come and look at it, it's also for the end users to see that we are putting in the effort, all right? As I said, book a call if you're interested, and I'll see you in the next video.